the suppression, the use of marijuana.
What is going on? Good morning and welcome in to Jets Media, everybody. Powered by BetUS. Aaron Glenn Watch continues. Hope you're all having a great start to your Wednesday. It's January 22nd, and is today the day that the New York Jets hire their new head coach? We will find out, because a lot of people had a little sense of panic last night when we found out that Aaron Glenn left the building, and I think that's a little blown out of proportion. There's a lot of reports that I want to talk about. I know some people are getting impatient. I feel like we all thought the news would have broke by now, but that's okay. So let's get into it, man, and talk about the latest of what we can talk about on the New York Jets front. Apparently, the latest that we found out is right here. Here's a report from Jordan Schultz, who is well plugged in. Here is the latest. Sources: Aaron Glenn has landed back in Detroit. This was last night via, lower the music a little bit, via Woody Johnson's plane. Now, let's start off with that. Woody Johnson flew Aaron Glenn out himself back home. I don't know. It tells me that Aaron Glenn just wants to go home and talk to his wife, talk to his family a little bit about the potential of being the Jets head coach. No deal as of now, but sources say a substantial offer was made and the Jets job is his if he wants it. So, I mean, that's the latest. All right. I think that is pretty telling that the New York Jets offered him the job. And it's not like the meeting went wrong and the Jets were like, we'll go another direction. I think it's more about that. I want to change the title of this video. Aaron Glenn Watch, Jets made a, quote, substantial offer. All right. So I think that at the end of the day, it's a matter of time. Glenn is currently constructing his potential staff, which would ideally include Lions quarterback coach Mark Brunell if he doesn't get the offensive coordinator job in Detroit, which is interesting. Mark Brunell is actually a former Jet, by the way. If he does, I'm also told Glenn wants to bring in a veteran DC who has been a former NFL head coach. Glenn, sources say, is still putting his offensive staff together. All right, so I think that this guy is going to be Steve Wilks as a defensive coordinator that we already heard about. Former Jets special teams coach Mike Westhoff could be an option should he decide to come out of retirement. Glenn is currently scheduled to interview with the Saints later this week. So I think that this is big stuff. This is big stuff. That's the latest news right now, man. That's the latest news. JD the Great says, Richie, what happened? Wake up and ball. We had to postpone Wake Up and Ball, JD, this morning. Something happened with TD. Nothing serious. He's all good. He just had to take his son to school or something like that. So we just decided to postpone Wake Up and Ball for tomorrow, or cancel it rather, not postpone, because we're doing the show tomorrow regardless. So yeah, Wake Up and Ball was canceled this morning for those that was waiting for it. Sorry about that. But it's good to see that people are missing Wake Up and Ball. That tells us that we're doing something special, right? All right, what's your guys' level of confidence about the Jets actually hiring Aaron Glenn? Evanston says, let's go, Richie. We are getting our GM and head coach today. Woo! Could today be the day? Could today be the day? This could be a sneaky coaching staff that we all should at least give at least a chance with bare minimum. Absolutely. The morning doesn't hit as well without Wake Up and Ball. Man, you guys really miss Wake Up and Ball that much? Oh, that's good to know. It's good to see some of you guys have made Wake Up and Ball part of your morning routine. Some people probably like, Richie, what the heck is Wake Up and Ball? What are these people referring to? Right? Some people are like, what the heck is Wake Up and Ball? Does anybody not know what Wake Up and Ball is in the chat? And it's okay if you don't. I'm not going to complain. Absolutely not going to complain. But if you don't know what Wake Up and Ball is, Wake Up and Ball is a show that is live every single morning on this YouTube channel right here. Here's the playlist. We talk all sports. It's me and TD Finns talk, and it's a lot of fun, man. It is an absolute lot of fun. This was our show yesterday talking about Aaron Glenn. It is a show right here on Roundtable Sports, 8:30 a.m. weekdays. We talk all sports. Me and TD, we have a lot of fun graphics. We talk about yesterday Ben Johnson becoming the head coach of the Bears. We talked about the Jaguars coaching search. Our latest episode yesterday was all about the coaching search. So if you guys want to check out Roundtable Sports, I'm going to put the link right here, Roundtable Sports. So the link is now in the chat. If you guys want to go subscribe over to this YouTube channel, this is a company that I am building, and it's a lot of fun, man. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate all the support. So go check it out. Go subscribe over there, folks. We all know that Aaron Glenn and Jets want each other. Absolutely. Hope so. I also like Wake Up and Bowl. Bill did not know about it, but now you do. Ooh, I like that Alex Gray artwork you got there, Bill. Big Alex Gray guy. Bro, yes, sir. I throw it on while I'm making breakfast and brew my morning coffee. Shout out to the coffee drinkers in the chat. That's pretty dope, though, JT, to hear that we're part of your morning routine. Did Woody make an offer Glenn can't refuse? Yeah, so again, the latest is we're waiting to hear from Aaron Glenn to take the offer or not, right? So the latest that we heard is the Jets apparently made him a quote-unquote substantial offer, according to Jordan Schultz. It seems like the ball is in AG's court, folks. We don't know what exactly. We don't know exactly what the money is or what type of offer it is, but that's the truth. Wake Up and Bowl also sounds fire, but not on work days. It's true. Love the round table. Regards from Santa Monica. Phil, hope you are doing okay over there with the fires. I know Santa Monica is okay, but, you know, all the surrounding areas. Salute to you, Phil. Thank you for the love on the round table. Thank you so much, brother. Moose City with the first super chat of the show. How you feel about Glenn? I am personally hyped for a Dan Camp tree guy. Look at that. Dan Campbell tree. Interesting. I love it. I mean, I've been wanting Aaron Glenn for months. Before he was linked to the job, I've been wanting Aaron Glenn. So I've been high on him becoming the Jets head coach for a minute now. And for a lot of reasons that I've talked about before. So I want him, man. You guys let me know. Why should the Jets consider hiring Aaron Glenn? You guys let me know right now in the chat, because I'm curious to get your guys' opinions, because I feel like right now the New York Jets have an opportunity to hire their guy today. Come on now. Moose City with the $5. Much love to you, my brother. Much love to you. I just want this to happen already. I'm so sick of the watch parties. I'm sick of waiting. Just want to see the official news. Because if you look at all the news, man, it seems like it's going to happen. Is he taking the Saints interview? Great question. He's scheduled to meet with them. So the only way he doesn't take the interview is if he signs the contract. If he doesn't sign the contract, yeah, he's going to take the interview. So another thing to consider. Jets got to be aware of. Now, folks, as you all know, this show is being powered by BetUS. The Super Bowl is coming up. Of course, we got Championship Sunday first, but on BetUS, you can predict the exact Super Bowl result, which I think is very interesting. If you guys feel like you know who's going to be in the Super Bowl and who's going to win the Super Bowl, you can go to BetUS right now and make your bets, right? If you think the Chiefs will beat the Eagles, that's the favorite at plus 350. If you think the Washington Commanders will beat the Bills, which is a crazy scenario, that's at plus 1,600. That's really good odds. Eagles beating the Bills, Bills beating the Commanders, Bills beating the Eagles. Look at all these odds. Big shout out to BetUS, the #1 online sports book. All right. You can also check out the conference championship winners. The odds are out. The Chiefs are 1-point favorites. The Eagles are 6-point home favorites. So definitely go check out BetUS, the #1 online sports book, using the code YouTube150 to sign up. They also got a casino. that you guys can use as well. Please, please bet and gamble responsibly, folks. Much love to everybody that checks out BetUS Sportsbook. Eagles, Bills. Who you got winning it, though? AG was once part of a culture we need back desperately. I know, man. I agree. I agree, man. Have to root for Washington. Can't stand all the other teams. I agree. Let's go Washington. What more do we need Aaron Glenn play for? Jets, he needs... he knows nothing about Jets. No one can tell me anything about Aaron Glenn as the guy for the job. I agree, bro. I agree. I feel like what Aaron Glenn could provide to this team is stability, a sense of leadership, accountability, culture. There's a lot of reasons why I'm all in on Aaron Glenn. I feel like his resume speaks for himself as well. So I really think that at the end of the day, you look at what he's done throughout his entire career, post playing in the NFL, 100% down. Right? You see Ben Johnson getting hired from the Chicago Bears, and that apparently is rumored to be a $13 million deal per year. That's a big contract for a head coach, by the way. Big contract that the Bears gave Ben Johnson. I don't know the type of contract that Woody Johnson offered. Apparently, it's substantial. So I don't know what that means. But Aaron Glenn was born to be the Jets coach. It's cool because apparently there's a lot of people plugged in with the Jets, like the Jets legends, like Victor Green, and I don't know exactly who, but there's a lot of people plugged in with the Jets that's been with the Jets that's like, yo, Aaron Glenn, like that's our guy. That's a Jet right there. Drafted by the Jets, Pro Bowler with the Jets, scouted with the Jets. It's only a matter of time for him to be the head coach of the Jets, man. The stars are aligned. Come on. Let's go. All right, we got someone against it. His defense just gave up almost 50 points in a playoff game. You're bugging. Also, his defense was never in the top 3. Don't get all the hype at all. It's a media thing. It makes you think he's good and the guy. He also says, nah, he too nice. Need a culture changer. Hard-nosed coach. All right? Don't want no soft, suck up to players type of coach. Solid 2.0. Do you know anything about Aaron Glenn? Because it seems like you don't. Let's be honest. Because if you're evaluating Aaron Glenn based off of just the Detroit Lions defensive performance against the Washington Commanders, and that's the only thing that you're holding on to, you simply don't know anything about Aaron Glenn. Because you're not hiring Aaron Glenn to be the defensive coordinator. He is a hard-nosed coach. Did you see him not screaming at his players during the game? You think he's Robert Saleh? He's the definition of accountability. He is a hard-nosed coach. He's also been through a lot in his life that Robert Saleh has not been. We're not hiring Aaron Glenn to be a defensive wizard. We're hiring Aaron Glenn to be a head coach. I think that is such a lazy narrative. We're hiring him to hire a defensive coordinator. Do you guys realize that the defensive coordinator role is completely different than the head coach position? Just because, and by the way, that game against Washington, who the heck it would win a football game as a defense when your offense turns the ball over 5 times? You're going to put that all on Aaron Glenn? Not Ben Johnson's offense that turned the ball over 5 times? That's all Aaron Glenn's fault? Not to say that his defense played well against Jaden Daniels in that game. I'm not saying it did. But come on. The offense turned the ball over 5 freaking times. Aaron Glenn is the definition of accountability, in my opinion. And he's a guy that can relate to players more than anybody because he's been a football player. He can relate to the scouting department. He's been a scout. Something Robert Saleh has not been. So, I don't know if you look at that game against Washington and you're like, yeah, dude, Aaron Glenn stinks. By the way, his entire defense was injured. The most injuries in the NFL on a defense of all time. Like, literally. And you never heard one excuse from him or the players. And he got that team to 14 wins, 15 wins, I think, whatever the case is. with all those injuries. Aiden Hutchinson, Defensive Player of the Year candidate, injured. Their entire defensive front, injured. Secondary. Like, it's crazy the job that Aaron Glenn did with that defense. They were the best defense in the NFL on third down. I don't care about like a defensive wizard. That's not why we're hiring Aaron Glenn. That's not the thing that makes me want him. It's being a leader. It's holding his players accountable. It's also getting the most out of guys that are off the practice squad. Like, that's what a coach does. Glenn will be a CEO coach. The DC job was just a stepping stone he needed to become a head coach like Vrabel and DeMeco. They're both at most 2 years. Yes, I agree. He will hire a defensive coordinator that will run the plays. When we hire Aaron Glenn, he's not going to run the defense like Saleh did. That's the difference. Everyone's like, oh, Saleh 2.0. No, Saleh literally coached the defense, and that's it. He tried to be the head coach and failed. He literally said going into this upcoming year, oh, I'm going to be more hands-on the offense this year. What do you mean you're going to be hands-on the offense this year? Where was that from the start, Robert Saleh? You're the head coach. You got to be able to do that from the jump. Aaron Glenn is going to coach all three phases of the ball as a real CEO. And by the way, there's no guarantee that Aaron Glenn works. I'm not saying that. Obviously, we need to raise our eyebrow and, give this guy a chance to prove himself. Do you want Glenn to call the plays? DeMeco calls the plays. No, I don't think Glenn needs to call the plays. I would prefer he doesn't. I would prefer he hires a DC that calls the plays. I know that DeMeco Ryans calls plays, great, but I don't really care. And by the way, people that are like, oh, we need an offensive mind. We need an offensive mind. Otherwise, we're screwed. Oh, yeah? Dan Quinn, defensive mind with Washington. Look at the breakout of his rookie quarterback. Josh Allen, defensive coach, Sean McDermott. DeMeco Ryans, defensive coach, CJ Stroud. So there's obvious evidence that, by the way, Harbaugh with the Ravens, special teams, more defensive savvy, Lamar Jackson. It is such a lazy narrative that you need an offensive coach in order to succeed in this league. It really is, in my opinion. Of course, you got Andy Reid, who is in the middle of a dynasty run with Patrick Mahomes. But, I think it's so lazy, man. Look at the Final Four. You got 2 defensive coaches and 2 offensive coaches. It's about being a head coach and building the coaching staff underneath. He needs to hit on the offensive coordinator. That's definitely a fact. If you're Aaron Glenn, the most important hire is going to be offensive coordinator. The goal is that we hire an offensive coordinator that becomes a head coach one day. That's how you build an organization. So that's what we're talking about. What was Bill before a head coach? Oh, great thing. Defensive coordinator. Mike Tomlin. So I think it's lazy that people are like, oh, we need to go offense. We need to go offense. Going offense doesn't guarantee the offense to be good. Adam Gase. I mean, Adam Gase is an anomaly. Nobody wanted Adam Gase, but you get my point. The Dolphins hired Mike McDaniel to fix Tua. How did that work? He's got to build the coaching staff on that side of the ball. So, I don't know. We'll see, bro. I feel like there's a lot of opportunities for the Jets to figure it out. Clint Kubiak is a name I love as the offensive coordinator position. I think that's a great opportunity for the Jets. Clint Kubiak would be a really good name to get the job. Mark Brunell is another name as the offensive coordinator. He's the quarterback coach of the Lions, former Jets quarterback. But he could be in the race to be the Lions offensive coordinator since they need a new one with Ben Johnson leaving. So, yes, McDermott is a defensive guy. I said that. And he's got Josh Allen out there playing like an MVP. The 2 MVPs this season, well, there's not 2 MVPs, but the 2 front runners to win MVPs, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, neither of them has an offensive head coach. Neither of them. It's about having the right head coach to build an organization. You know how you got to look at it, folks? When you think of a head coach, think of a CEO. And if you know business, right? The job of the head coach is the same job as a CEO. Hire the right people for their jobs, build departments, aka coaching staffs, aka scouting departments, aka, assistants. That's what it means. And that's the job, building a proper coaching staff, not just developing your players, but developing your coaches. Like I'm a COO of Roundtable Sports, and I'm learning on the fly. I am. And building a business is not easy. I've learned with Roundtable Sports, and I'm enjoying the process of it. All right. I'm enjoying the heck out of the process of building Roundtable Sports, but I'm learning on the fly of what it means to build a business. You got to build departments. You got to hire managers. You got to hire employees. You got to fire people. You got to hire people. You got to establish a culture within an organization. And that's what it means to be the head coach of a football team. So he embraces New York City. He embraces what it means to be a Jet. He's been clawing his way up to be a head coach forever since he became a scout for the Jets. So I just think it's a full circle type of thing. People don't want first-timers, Richie. That's the problem. And I understand that. I definitely preferred someone with experience. But based off of all the guys that are left available, I mean, who's out there that has experience that would be better than Aaron Glenn? Some people prefer Brian Flores. I understand that. Mike McCarthy. Richie, you hiring? I'll send you my resume. Yeah, we're always hiring at Roundtable. I mean, my role at Roundtable is Chief Operations Manager, the COO. So I'm the one that operates all the departments and oh boy, you guys have no idea how much work I do behind the scenes to build this Roundtable Sports company up. But I'm trying my best. Oh, it's upside down. So yeah, man, send over your resume if you want to get your foot in the door. You go defensive coach when you got an elite quarterback normally. Well, you need to get the quarterback first. So I know that's a big thing. We need to get a quarterback. Obviously, we need a quarterback. Not easy. Rex for DC under Glenn elite. Nah, Rex is not coming to be the DC. Promise you that. If he does, I'd be shocked. Rex Ryan is not a savvy defensive X and O's types of guy. Rex Ryan wants to be a head coach. He's not getting it. So, guys, I'm live on Twitch right now, which I'm just trying to see if I can go live on Twitch. And we have a bot. 10 viewers for free. Activate the code. Look at this scammer. Get away from me, scammer. Should I not go live on Twitch anymore? Scammer! If you're on Twitch, bot, ban this person. Scammer. I ain't using no code. What is this? The heck is that? All right, let's get into some callers, man. This is a nice morning. The Aaron Glenn watch. We got to get into some callers, man, and talk about where the Jets are going to go. All right, where's the stream? Got to put the call-in link. All right. Call-in link is live. Rex got to prove himself again before head coach gig. He's not going to want to be a DC, bro. I don't even know if I want him as a DC, bro. Why are Jets fans so obsessive over Rex Ryan? Please hit the like button, folks, on your way in. Thank you, King Jamie, for the reminder. Let's get to 100 likes, baby. Let's get to 100 likes. Come on, folks. Hit that like button. Let's get to 100 likes. Who's the defensive coordinator for this regime? There's rumors of Steve Wilks, former head coach, former DC of the Niners, to be the head guy of the defense. I personally would love Steve Wilks. I know people be like, yeah, but he failed in San Francisco. Did he really fail? I mean, they went to the Super Bowl and his defense was ranked 7th, first of all. And second of all, the guy has head coach experience. I would love to have a guy with head coaching experience next to Aaron Glenn, who's going to be a first-timer. Sauce needs Rex. We got Aaron Glenn, bro. Aaron Glenn's got him. New Orleans media saying Aaron Glenn is set to meet with the Saints. So listen, there is a chance that he goes out there and meets with the Saints, and then Aaron Glenn has to make a decision for himself. You know, maybe he meets with the Saints, and then he comes away from both meetings, and he makes a decision that's best for him. And then, you know, I know Jets fans, including myself, are a little impatient. We're like, nah, bro, we want this right now. Roundtable needs a site with written media. Do we? Do you think we need that? Well, guess what? We have it. Now, it's not as active as I'd like, but we do have that. I'll show you right here. We have a whole blog site. Here's a Roundtable Sports site. Fixing the New York Jets I did not write that, so don't give me. Deshaun Watson article, a way too early mock draft. Let's see who wrote this on November 12th. This is one of the guys that we hired. Coaching on the Jets is horrible. Yeah, thanks. The Jets need to move on from Rodgers, according to this Roundtable Sports person. So we do have written media on Roundtable Sports, but we are hiring more writers. We need more writers. This is our website, if you guys did not know. So definitely go check it out if you want. We got all of our stuff here, but we are looking for more people to build out the writing department because you are right. We do need more written media. Absolutely need more written media. Could not agree more. Cannot agree more. All right. Let's get into some callers, man. This is the Aaron Glenn Watch. Will he be hired or will he take the meeting with the Saints? There's a chance that he does that. There is a chance that he does that. All right, first up, we got my man Ricky in the house.
Hey,
Ricky.
What's happening, Richie? Long time no see.
Good
What's
morning,
happening?
man.
How
Long
you
time
doing?
no see. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Good. Kind of like you, man. Working. Busy.
Awesome.
Trying to get everything going on my end. Been working on a bunch of stuff.
Great.
And I was gonna say, I want to. You're always talking about all the gear that I have, and I want to send you
I
some
love
of my
that gear.
merch. Is there a way I can send you some stuff? I got
Good. Yeah,
the
look at
new
that.
Ricky New York
Ricky.
shirts.
That's sick. Yeah, your merch is sick. I mean, look at that jacket. Yeah, send me an email. I'll send you over where you can send it. I love that jacket you got on
Okay.
too.
Yeah, if you want, you can shoot me an email. It's just Ricky New York, all one word, at Yahoo.
Cool. You got it.
And-
Absolutely, man.
Right
I
on.
appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I'll send you some stuff.
Some Ricky New
You
York
know,
merch.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of merch that I'm working on, and like you were saying, the work never stops. Like, for all the people out there that think that being a content creator, you're just like a guy sitting behind a mic talking, like there's so much more that goes into it. You just have no idea.
That feels like 10% of the
It's
work.
all work. Yeah. At any rate, when Aaron Glenn said that he wanted his DC to be someone who was a former head coach, it sounded like he was talking about Wilks. I think he's talking about Wilks, which personally, my own vision for the Jets, that would work perfectly. Because one of the free agents I'd like to bring in is Jeremy Chin, who was with Wilks in Carolina. So that fits good into my narrative. And I'm eager to see the staff that he puts together. First and foremost, which I actually sent a tweet to Victor Green this morning and saying, like, if you talk to him, tell him, please, for the love of God, hire Kevin Mawai to be our O-line coach. We need that kind of tenacity and experience on that O-line room. Kevin was in
awesome.
Indianapolis with the Colts, and before that he was on Herm Edwards' staff in Arizona, so he's been coaching for quite a while. But I think he would bring the attitude we need. I would, since sadly Patrick Surtain Sr. is no longer at FSU, he left at the end of the year. He's out there. Would love for him to come in and be our secondary coach, because as bad as they had been, the secondary was elite the last several years when he was there. And I know when I say this, as soon as I say San Francisco, people are going to start flipping out because any kind of San Francisco talk. But I would love to get Johnny Ray Holland, their linebacker coach, to come over and be our linebacker coach, who's been there for 7 years. Because if you look at Greenlaw and Fred Warner, like that's an organization that seems to be able to get the most out of their linebackers. And I want guys who get results. So those are a few of the ideas that I have.
Those are great ideas.
Yeah, no idea.
The idea of bringing back Kevin Mawai and just assembling a staff of just former Jet players just sounds sick. I would love that. Victor Green, defensive backs coach.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Mawai as an offensive line coach. Maybe Mangold. You never know.
Yeah, I've been pounding the table for Kevin Mawai. I mean, good God, man! Like last year, like having to sit there and watch a Baldy breakdown of our offensive line and having Baldy say, like, it's not even that they're not doing a good job. They're not even blocking the assignment right. And I'm like, oh God, I can't listen to this. It was just brutal,
and we actually have an offensive line now, Ricky, on paper, talent-wise, for the first time, I think, in a while. So it's just if we can pair that up with the proper coaching, because I don't even know if I want to say it's like a curse word saying the guy who's been our offensive line coach the last 2 years. I don't even know if I want to say his name. He's been that bad.
Yeah, I know. I was ready to drive up there and pack his crap for it myself. Like I was so ready to get rid of him. But
I know, man. Everything about it was just abysmal. But Ricky, thank you so much for the call. Your calls are awesome. It's great to see your face, and I hope you're doing well, and we'll be in touch, all right?
All right, man. Yeah, definitely shoot me an email.
I will, Ricky. Take care, brother. Ricky, New York. Woo! How about that? What a guy. Love Ricky. Shout out to everybody tuning in, man. Hit the like button on your way into the show. We're on the Aaron Glenn Watch. Will he be hired today, or will he go to New Orleans to take an interview with them? Because that is an opportunity that he could not want to. There is a chance that Aaron Glenn may want to go see what New Orleans Saints have to offer. Preferably sign the contract, Aaron. Come on. You're our guy. You're our guy right now. Just hide it. What were you waiting for? Come home. Come home, Aaron. What you waiting for, bruh? All right, next up. We got Evan in the call. What up, Evan?
What's going on, man?
How you doing, bro?
Doing fantastic.
Nice.
I just want to quickly talk about Aaron Glenn for a second.
Yeah.
I was on the record before saying that I would be shocked if Woody Johnson hired another first-time defensive coordinator, right, to be the head coach of the New York Jets. I mean, I have to say this to other Jets fans. If you wanted to go the defensive route, right, why would you go for a first-time defensive coordinator instead of going for a defensive coach like Rex Ryan, right? Or again, like a Vic Fangio out there. I just don't understand what this fascination is with the first-time defensive coordinator. I mean, I can just picture it now. We hire him next year. We have a couple of rough games. We're going to be talking about, oh, here's the excuses, the first-time head coach, right? And I honestly don't understand the fascination with him. I get he's a former Jets player. I mean, I'm not sure if anybody saw the game this past Sunday, but he didn't put up, a very good showing defensively. So I don't understand what the fascination is with this guy acting like he's a top 3 candidate. So maybe you can help me out.
So you don't think Aaron Glenn's a top 3 candidate?
Not to me, no. Like I said, again, if we're gonna go defense, go for an experienced guy like Rex Ryan, bro. I mean, what's the
experienced guy like Rex Ryan? Rex Ryan hasn't been in the league for over a decade, bro.
Come on, my man. But he's a player's coach. The players love him, bro.
His scheme is outdated. He's in TV for a reason. Why do you think no other team in the league wanted to interview him? How come the Jets are the only team to interview him?
Well, I mean, because he said that himself, right? That he wants to be the coach of the New York Jets. He said, I may not be the right guy for any other team out there, but I'm the right guy for the Jets. And I think that we need a guy who thinks like the fans, right? And the reality is, Richie, he never had a quarterback like Aaron Rodgers. I mean, he had a rookie Mark Sanchez and a rookie Geno Smith, right? And then even after that, all those years that we had declining from the winning records that we had those first 2 years. I mean, what happened? We let go of Santonio Holmes, right? Then we let go of Sean Green, right? Or an LT, right? Braylon Edwards. I mean, look at the guys that left over the years that we started having worse records with him.
Yeah, but bro, the only reason why Rex got an interview is because he's acting like a politician out there on every single radio show trying to, hype up his own name. That's the only reason why I get an interview. The Jets were never going to hire him. And I'm happy that they're not hiring him because there's a reason why he's in television. And there's a reason why he went to Buffalo after the Jets and he failed. And I don't think he is fit for the job right now. We need to go figure out a way to get the next hottest candidate. In my opinion, that's Aaron Glenn. Just like Rex Ryan is tied to the Jets, Aaron Glenn is tied to the New York Jets. And I know that you said you want experience. I personally want experience too, but why not go after a guy like Aaron Glenn, who is built for this? Former scout, built up in the coaching tree, played for the New York Jets. I mean, Rex Ryan, I've never wanted him from the jump, and I was not afraid to say it because he's been in TV for a reason. He's not even an assistant anywhere. He's not even a defensive coordinator anywhere. I just cannot disagree with you more.
But here's the thing, though, right, Richie, is that you're saying I get that the standpoint of that he's been in TV, right? I understand that, but I mean, look at Mike Mayock, right? He was in TV, and then the Raiders hired him, right?
And then what happened?
Wait, I'm not trying to say that he's good. I'm not trying to say that he's good, but I'm trying to say, look at Jeff Saturday, right? Was on TV, and then the interim head coach of the Colts.
Listen, and then what happened? Jeff Saturday's back on TV. Exactly. I don't want to do that, bro. Everybody that they pluck away from TV, they go back on TV because they fail. I don't want an analysis. I don't want an analyst to run my team. And Rex Ryan's outdated. You know why the Jets were good in 2009 is because they ran the ball and played defense. You got to be able to evolve your scheme, and he is not fit to today's NFL. I never believed that. And you're entitled to your own opinion about Rex Ryan, of course, but I was very consistent when I heard Rex Ryan chirping his mouth like, "Oh, I'd be the greatest thing for the Jets," trying to he's selling himself. I don't want someone that's acting as desperation to be the next Jets head coach. Not even
Rex Ryan though. What about Steve Spagnuolo, right? The DC for Kansas City, right? You don't think he'd be a good head coach the way he runs that defense?
Yeah, I mean, he has experience as a head coach and failed miserably, number one. And I feel like I would love Spags. I think he's a top 5, top 7 candidate. But I feel like when it comes to ties to the organization and built to be the New York Jets head coach, another thing that a big reason why I'm sure you want Rex Ryan is why he wants to be the Jets head coach. You know who else really wants to be
here?
Yeah, do you know who really wants to be here? Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn wants to be here.
So much. I mean, Richie, if he wanted to be here, why is he in New Orleans, right? Think about it.
He's not in New Orleans. He's back in Detroit
like a girl,
right now.
Richie, if you like a girl, Richie, that's it. You don't got to even see nobody else. That's it. It's done.
Bro,
right?
Literally every report out there is saying that Aaron Glenn's number one choice is the Jets. He chose to visit the Jets before the Saints for a reason. He was drafted here. He was a scout here. He wants to be a Jet, and he's going to be the Jets head coach. I mean, it's just a reality. Right now, he's constructing his coaching staff. It just hasn't been announced. You're saying you want someone that wants the job? Aaron Glenn wants the job. So I don't understand.
Like I said, man, if this report about him being in New Orleans is factual, and again, I don't know.
He's not in New Orleans. There's no report saying he's there right now.
If he does meet with them, bro, then this guy, I'll throw him out the window, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's ridiculous. But
hey, Richie, they give me hot takes, bro. That's what I do.
I appreciate the hot takes, Evan. I appreciate you coming on here and speaking your mind and not being afraid to voice your opinion. That's what this call-in show is all about. So much love to you, Evan. All right? I appreciate you, brother.
God bless, bro.
Keep bringing the boom, brother.
Most definitely.
Damn, Evan coming out here. He is not afraid to speak his mind. He said he wants someone that wants the job, which is why he wants Rex Ryan. Aaron Glenn wants the job. Come on. Oh, man. You got to show respect to Evan, though. Not everybody has the balls to come on a show like that, like this show, and say what he wants to say while knowing he's in the minority. Let's be honest. That was a hot take. That was a hot take, bro. Come on. What are we doing? What are we doing? Omar's in the chat. What's good? I feel dumber after it's called. Man, show some respect to Evan, though. Come on. You got to grow a pair of balls to do that, right? That's awesome. I love it. I love getting into debates with my fellow Jets fans. All right, next up, we got the legend, Neil. Neil, what's good, Neil?
Hey, what are you doing, buddy?
How you doing? Great to see you, brother.
You too. Good to see you. Good to hear your optimistic station. You're the most optimistic one. Certainly not as optimistic. Certainly not as optimistic as I always am. I'm a little, just to give a take here. I mean, let's pump the brakes. None of us know who's going to be the best candidate, right, Rich? I mean, we don't, no idea. who's going to turn this team around. All I could say is we're very, very due to hit one. Okay. You know what I'm saying? When you throw 100 pitches to a 300 hitter and he whiffs at 99 of them, he's bound to hit that 100th pitch. And we're about there. I would say that, it's our time to, change things around. I'm a little disappointed that, I really want McCarthy as my number one choice. And we've all been talking about having an experienced coach. We don't want to take this the coordinator route, the first time route. It really hasn't worked for us. And I don't know if McCarthy turned us down. I mean, it's looking more and more like that. I think he did say he wanted an interview. I just don't get it. I mean, what's your take, Richie, on why they're not interviewing McCarthy?
Yeah, that is one thing I'm very curious to figure out the reason for. The fact that we found out Mike McCarthy wants to interview with the Jets, but the Jets aren't interested in him, that's interesting. And I don't know if they're just afraid to keep going the Aaron Rodgers route in terms of who's connected with Aaron or something, where they're scarred, like, yeah, no more Rodgers. And maybe that's Woody Johnson's perspective. I don't know. But if there was a guy out there with experience, Neil, that I would like to see the Jets talk to that they haven't talked to, it is Mike McCarthy. Now, is he up there as like my number one, number two guy? No, but I still think that in terms of a resume compared to the guys we're talking to, Mike McCarthy deserved to be talked about. And listen, as much as I want Aaron Glenn, I'm also not anointing him if we hire him as the guy for the next 10 plus years. I know that he needs to prove himself. So there's a lot of interesting things, and I don't know the reason why they're not interviewing Mike McCarthy. I really don't.
Yeah, look, we could have interviewed Gruden. I know Carroll doesn't want the job, but we have to get an established guy in here because of the media, because of, this is a really, really hard job. McCarthy fits the bill because he just came from Dallas, which might be worse than us. They magnify everything 1,000%. And, working for Jerry is no joke, is having Jerry versus Woody. It's not even a comparison. Woody is a church mouse compared to Jerry. So he would be, and look, not having Rodgers, I don't think that's any reason why anybody wouldn't be looked at, because let's be real. If you own the Jets and we don't have Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams next year, I don't give a shit how optimistic you are. We're not winning more than 6 games. I don't care who the quarterback is. Okay. Bottom line is that's a throwaway into 2026. The first round, the number 3 pick in the draft will be the New York Jets in 2026 if we don't have Aaron Rodgers and Devontae. And I'm certainly
you want Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Me too.
Absolutely. I mean,
I agree. And I think Aaron Glenn would be pretty stupid, in my opinion, to not want Aaron Rodgers back, because if you get rid of him, you're just creating a huge hole heading into 2025. You're punting on the season, like you said, and it's not easy to fill that gap. And we're also not bringing back Aaron. And I think you'd agree with this, Neil. Even with Aaron Rodgers back, the expectation amongst us fans will be tamed. Last year we're like, oh, we're going to do it this year. I mean, we had a reason for it, obviously failed. But I think the expectation with even Aaron next year potentially wouldn't be as high. And I think it's going to be a recalibration year. Maybe we'll draft a quarterback in the mid rounds. That guy can sit and learn behind Aaron. And then when Aaron retires, say in 2026, that's the year where we can maybe take a step, or maybe Aaron stays. You never know. I agree with you on that. I know that, some people want nothing to do with Aaron Rodgers. I personally would 100% welcome him back.
Look, he was not the reason we won 5 games. Okay. We had a season here that, let's put it in perspective. We were 2-5 in games we had the lead in the fourth quarter. That's unprecedented. It only happened one other time in the history of football. And we were almost 2-6. We almost threw away that Miami game at the end of the season as well. But that was one. Okay. Greg DeLeg blew 2 games for us at minimum. Okay. And defense was a dumpster fire this year. Okay. Our defense went from number 3 to number 23. At least the last 7 games, nobody talks about our defense.
And Neil, to add more stat, they were 32nd ranked when Ulbrich took over.
Right. The last ranked defense in the league, you can't win many games with that situation. You just can't.
Jake
So-
Asman's in the chat. Neil and Richie, Italian stallion goats. Look at that. Jake Asman's watching the legendary caller Neil on Jets Media. What do you got to say to Jake?
Jake is my boy. Jake's my brother. He's my surrogate son. Jake is the man. And but that being said, Aaron Rodgers has to come back. Devontae has to come back. We will be a much better team. He'll be 2 years off. Look, I know about the age thing. There's no two ways about it. But his play, Rich, did not decline at the last 5 games of the season, did it?
It got better.
It looked better the last 5 games.
When
right?
he got healthier, and I don't want to make excuses, but he was banged up this season with hamstrings, and you never hear from him. And I agree, man. The Jets had a lead going into the fourth quarter a lot this season, and the Jets' offense was not a big reason why they lost those games. The defense, not to mention the Colts game, all we needed was a stop. Rodgers marched down the field, got the touchdown. We needed to stop Anthony Richardson. We let the man march down the field and score. Same thing against the Patriots with Jacoby Brissett. We let him march down the field and win the game. Like, those are 2 games. It's absolutely embarrassing.
Okay,
I agree, man. And why create another hole when you have it already filled?
Something we made so many mistakes, mistake after mistake. I can't stand it. If I see Clemens again on the field, I swear to God, I might go out there with a bat. I don't want to see the guys that we have out there, Richie. We do not. Do you realize that we do not have a single defensive lineman on our team that weighs 300 pounds? Not one. Not one.
Wow. That's
You look at the Ravens. You look at these teams that are in there. They got guys 350 pounds plugging up the holes on the defensive line. Okay, we're running. What's his name out there? 94. Who's 94? My son's friend.
Solomon Thomas.
Solomon Thomas. I could push him back. He weighs 270 pounds. If you double team him, you can push him into the end zone every play. He's not going anywhere. He's too small. Okay, so our defensive line was horrible. Okay, guys were playing injured. Adams is not a pro caliber safety. Our safety was the worst in the league. Okay, we made no adjustments. We didn't blitz when it was necessary for us to blitz. We just had a terrible, terrible defense. So with that being said, circle around. McCarthy, I'm not going to be disappointed with Aaron Glenn. I got to tell you, the one difference I have with him versus the other D coordinators that we had is he was a player in the league, Rich.
Exactly. That's different.
Okay.
And a former scout, which is unique.
Exactly. And the players will buy into him, okay? The only thing I'm a little bit negative with is they're almost too excited to get him. I don't like when players are too excited to get a coach. That means
you mean the players on the Jets?
Yes.
Like Jermaine?
Quint Williams also said that he wants. That's kind of a red flag to me a little bit because now they think the country club's going to stay open. I don't want a country club here. We had enough of that. We need discipline, Rich. We need somebody that's going to put a stick up their asses.
Accountability.
Guys. Yes. Well, and I don't know if Aaron Glenn is that guy. Did you watch the Hard Knocks with him or not? Did you watch the Hard Knocks?
No, not the full series. I saw clips of it though. I didn't see the full season. But if we do hire him, which I think we will, I will watch the whole thing.
Yeah, because I heard that he's a tough ass. I heard that he's going to be.
I did see a clip of him ripping into his defense in the film room on practice, where it was like the defense got ripped the shreds on the practice field by their offense, and he was just completely ripping into them. And that's an interesting thing there. So we'll see. And I agree with everything you said, Neil. So it's just a matter of a waiting game.
I don't like the fact, certainly his performance in that game was not good, Rich.
Yeah.
12 men on the field, that has never happened in a playoff game. Okay?
Yeah, that is not good.
In a playoff game, you can't have 12 men on the field in a big spot, number one. Number two, he did not adjust defensively. I mean, God almighty. There was not a single punt by the offense in the entire game.
Yeah, and it doesn't help with your offense turning the ball over 5 times.
Against the Commanders, you're playing a rookie quarterback. I know the quarterback is great, okay? But when you're a good DC, you have to come out with a little better game plan against a rookie than that.
No, absolutely.
Especially in your, that was really that was a poor performance. That certainly put me that gave me a lot of pause. And
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
everybody
and
can
I
make an
think and
excuse
I think
about
that's
a lot of
100% justified. Absolutely. You
Right.
see a defensive coordinator do that in the playoffs, there's going to be red flags all over the place. But I feel like at the end of the day, out of all the people that is available and linked to the Jets, I think it's going to be Aaron Glenn, and we'll have all offseason to negotiate whether he's going to be the guy or not and debate it. So, Neil,
Yeah,
pleasure
I
to
think
see you,
he's
my
great.
friend.
Nice to hear from you. Hey,
Awesome to hear from you.
everything and anybody that we get as a head coach, one thing is for sure. It'll be better than last year. That's all I have to say. We could hire Joe Beningo to be the defensive coach.
Bring him
It'll be
in.
a better season than what we had now.
Well, I
With
hope
that
you're right.
said, on to bigger and better. You guys that do this thing, let me tell you something. You're building a nice little group. You, Jake, all these guys, Paul, Boy Grief. Just think about how big you guys are going to be when we finally get a goddamn winner, Richie. Jeez,
Oh, God.
God.
You're speaking my
Oh.
language, Neil. Thank you so much for all your support.
It
It was great to see you, my friend.
A blind squirrel finds a nut, Rich. Take care.
Take care, Neil. And he's right, man. I mean, I've been doing this since 2019. I haven't experienced a winner as a content creator, just like Jake, just like Boy Green, just like all the creators out there, Matt O'Leary, all the Talking Jets panel, Buffalo Jet fan, Jet Central. Like, it's just that there's so much. There's so much that we haven't witnessed in terms of success, bro. Man, great to see Neil. Great to see Neil. Guys, hit that like button right now. We're live waiting for the news. Let me check if there is any other news. I haven't been on X all morning, really. See if there's anything out there. I did see something come on my feed about, let me see, who was it from? Was it Zach Rosenblatt? Let me double check. So here's the latest that we've seen. As for Aaron Glenn, there are coaches around the league considering whether to join his staff in New York. So again, bearing something unexpected, he's still expected to be the next Jets head coach. All right. So that's the latest. Obviously, we're in a wait and see game. Everyone is like, where the heck is he? Why isn't he here? Blah, blah, blah. But I think at the end of the day, we just got to be patient and allow Aaron Glenn to build his staff and allow the deal to materialize. All right. That's something that we have to do as a Jets fan base. Just relax a little bit, huh? Relax a little bit and let the whole process play itself out. So, folks, we're live on Jets Media. What time is it? 10:08 a.m. EST. All right. We're doing the Aaron Glenn watch. The Jets made a substantial offer to Aaron Glenn. Will he accept the offer or will he go to New Orleans? We shall see. We just hit exactly 100 likes. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel. The goal is to 27,000 subscribers. And a little personal update. I will be in Alabama next week to cover the Senior Bowl on behalf of Roundtable Sports. So definitely stay tuned for content on Roundtable Sports and, of course, Jets Media while I'm there to give you guys all the news across the Senior Bowl, the favorite prospects. We'll see who the Jets will be targeting in the NFL draft. I'll be honest with you guys. I am not in draft mode yet. So going to the Senior Bowl is going to be a whirlwind for me. I'm like, oh, crap, I'm back in draft mode. I told myself I'm going to get into draft mode after we hire our GM and coach. So, Woody, would you hire them so I could go into draft mode and be prepared for the Senior Bowl? I'm also going to be doing some shows later on the week, maybe, to have like an open discussion about the Senior Bowl so you guys can give me some prospects you guys want me to keep an eye on because there's going to be a lot of prospects there. It's going to be exciting to see at the Senior Bowl. So, just a little update. And another update as well, I will be at the Super Bowl. What? Now, I'm not going to be at the game, but I will be at the media events at the Super Bowl with Jake Asman as well. Shout out to Jake. On behalf of Roundtable Sports, we got approved for media credentials to cover the Super Bowl, which is a dream come true for me. The fact that I'm going to be there on behalf of a company that I built with my two partners, Dan and TD, is a dream come true. And I'm going to take advantage of it as much as I possibly can. So that's just a little update. And I will be on the road the next 2 weeks. So I don't know what to expect on the content side of things. I've never been to the Senior Bowl. I've never been to the Super Bowl. I have no idea what to expect. So I'll be learning on the fly. So bear with me as I go to the Super Bowl in New Orleans. What? That's crazy. Just woke up, Richie. Got to go to school. Hopefully we get Glenn before I get back home. Hope so, Curry for life. Hope so. Rogers Truthers, y'all the weirdest. So you guys in the chat, let me know what's weirder, being a Rodgers truther or a Zach Wilson truther. You guys let me know, because Jets Forever is a Wilson truther. I'd rather be labeled an Aaron Rodgers truther, a first ballot Hall of Famer, than the bust of Zach Wilson truther. I don't care. Call me a Rodgers truther all you want. Doesn't offend me. I'll embrace it. I'll wear an emblem that says Rodgers truther, and I don't give a crap, baby, because that's my guy. And listen, if we move on from Aaron Rodgers, I'm not going to be upset, right? But I still welcome him back with open arms as well. I am a Joe Namath truther. Every Jets fan should be. No, but we're living the Joe Namath curse. Screw that man. Come on. He's the reason why we have a freaking Super Bowl ring. Come on. Shout out to Joe Namath. Thank you, Euphoria. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you, brother. Much love to you. All right, let's get into more calls. People have been waiting. Oh, we got a super chat first. Congrats, Richie. Keep up the great work. The 3 clowns. Thank you so much, man. From a Dolphins fan. Look at that. Much love to you. $5 super chat. Everybody give my man the 3 clowns of Don't Know Hype. You guys can like a super chat now, which is a new feature I love. Definitely go out there and do that. I'm also going to gift 5 members. I'm in a giving mood right now. You guys are awesome. Jets Media has just gifted 5 Jets Media memberships. Congratulations to Share Bear, Big Green, Jay, DD, and Kukulate Jets fan. So congratulations. That was completely random. You guys have just got 5 members. So congratulations. I wanted to give back because I appreciate all the support you guys are showing on the channel. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Much love to everybody. Congratulations. All right. Next up, we got LaSalle is in the house. Mr. LaSalle.
What's good?
What's up, LaSalle? How you doing? You're welcome, Big Green.
I'm doing good. Off of work and just dealing with this whole Aaron Glenn watch that everyone has been doing for the past 2 days. You know, I'm fine with Aaron Glenn being our coach. For sure. It's not going to bother me or anything. The only thing that makes me that I'm iffy on, it's not even that he's the first time head coach, it's that he's defensive coach when I feel even if people are gonna say that the offense was better this year, it's still not I don't know if that's going to translate into next season with us trying to get a new head coach and a new general manager. I just don't know if that's gonna happen. I feel like it's still a stagnated offense, and I feel like we need a new offensive scheme to be brought in. But I'm fine with Aaron Glenn. And hopefully if we do get Aaron Glenn, he's the coach that everyone can trust. But we gotta give it a shot. We gotta give it a shot.
We gotta welcome him in with an open heart and an open mind.
And I do got you with Twitch and stuff. But the time that you are on Twitch, I am at work, so I can't really do it all the time.
No worries, LaSalle. I don't know what I'm doing on Twitch, but we'll see if that ever does anything. I don't really expect anything to happen over there. But LaSalle, appreciate you, brother. And we got to welcome Aaron Glenn. And I invite anybody that does not want Aaron Glenn, if we hire him, just welcome him. Root for the guy. Don't crown him as the king of the team and he's the future of the organization. I'm not saying to do that. Welcome him in. Welcome him in. Root for the guy. All right? Come on. If Mahomes three-peats, he becomes all-time GOAT, surpassing GOAT Tom Brady, who never could. Great. I'm happy you said that. Jets fans. I'm talking to Jets fans. Who are you rooting for in the AFC Championship game? Because I just want to... We got the AFC East roundtable tonight. And I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Because are you rooting against... Or are you rooting for the Bills because you hate the Chiefs and they're always in the playoffs and they're always winning Super Bowls? Or are you rooting for the Chiefs because it's F Buffalo? And I'm hoping, there's no hoping, but I don't know. I'm someone that can never root for a division rival. That's how I am. I don't care who it is. I don't care who you're versing. Go get the 3. And this is, let me talk to Jets fans real quick. Am I the only one that would not mind a Chiefs 3-peat? Want to know why? F the Patriots. If there's a team that can surpass Tom Brady's dynasty and the Patriots, and if the Jets are not winning, which they're not, I don't care if we see 3 straight Super Bowl wins. I don't care about a dynasty. I'd rather see the Chiefs dynasty surpass. Screw the Patriots. You feel me? So let's see the Chiefs go out there and win. I feel like I'm in the minority. Every time I say this, I have people like, oh, dude, like, well, you're a Chiefs fan. I'm not a Chiefs fan. The Jets are out. And if there was, honestly, if there was a team I'd prefer to win the Super Bowl out of the 4, I mean, the Commanders would be sick. I mean, the Commanders winning the Super Bowl would be awesome. But, like, screw the Patriots, bro. Let's see the Chiefs surpass them. That's how I look at it. And people call me a Chiefs fan because I actually respect Mahomes and respect the Chiefs organization. Sorry, I'm not going to be in the majority that hates on them, and I respect greatness, but that's just me. All right, let's get into some more callers as we wait for Aaron Glenn. Floyd's up next. What's up, Floyd?
Hey, Richie. I have a quick
How you doing,
question.
bro? What's up, man?
So say we take Aaron Glenn, which he's going to come.
Yes, sir.
Kubiak. But then here, what about bring back Saleh as the defensive coordinator? Look what he did in San Fran. Bring
ain't
Rex
coming.
Ryan. You know what I mean?
Solid.
And then I had another question.
Solid ain't coming back.
Why didn't the Jets go after Josh McDaniels? You see what and it's like, I get it. You don't like the Patriots. I don't like the Patriots, but you see what he did with,
you know what I mean?
But you remember, I don't know if you heard about Bill Belichick. He did ask about the job before he went to UNC.
Yes,
And
that is true.
They didn't give him no opportunity.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, he needed an opportunity. I don't know the timing of it, but he decided to go to college. It's crazy. But Saleh's definitely not coming back after what the Jets did to him. And Josh McDaniels never coming to the Jets. He's tied up with the Patriots, Mike Vrabel. It's just too easy of a marriage for them. So
Right.
I understand. You got to look at it like just like Aaron Glenn's tied to the Jets is the reason why Josh McDaniels is tied to the Patriots. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I hear you. I hear you.
What about Rex Ryan coming back as a defense coordinator?
He want to be a head coach. Rex Ryan is not a suit for a defensive coordinator. He wanted to be the head coach and be the CEO type of guy and hire a DC underneath him. I think for him it was head coach or staying in TV.
Would you hire his brother?
Rob Ryan?
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
Nah, man. I don't want
they
the
weren't
Ryans.
bad.
Maybe as a positional coach, come in as your defensive line coach or something. But
Right.
that's it.
What about Wilkes from San Fran?
That's who I want as DC because he has a head coach experience and he's a guy that can help out Aaron Glenn as a new head coach in this league. So that's who I would like as DC is Steve Wilkes for sure.
So Aaron Glenn, Wilkes, and Kubiak.
Yes, that's my dream team. Even though that's there's other guys that's linked to the coordinator positions under Glenn, but that's the guys I think I would prefer the most. So
I
we'll
agree.
see.
Yeah.
Floyd, appreciate the call, my friend.
Hey, you have a good one, Richie.
You too,
Go
brother.
Jets.
Go Jets. You know it. Floyd, my guy. Appreciate you. Appreciate it. Let's go. All right, man. How we feeling, chat? I don't know when we're going to get this news. I really don't, man. I don't know when we're going to get this news. I hope we get it ASAP. But at the end of the day, I hope that we can get it right now. I hope we can get it in an hour. I'm going to be MIA. I have an appointment for something at 12:30. So knowing me, the Jets are going to hire Aaron Glenn while I'm gone. That's probably what's going to happen, right? When I'm MIA, the Jets will hire Aaron Glenn. That's probably what's going to happen. All right, we're going to take more calls, folks, but I've been live for an hour and 5 minutes, and I've been drinking a lot of water, so I do have to go to the bathroom real quick. So don't you guys go anywhere. I'll be right back in literally 2 minutes. All right, we're back. How many people did we lose? We didn't lose many. Thanks for being patient. Thanks for waiting. Appreciate you guys. All right, man. Is there any news that I missed maybe on X before we get to more callers? Because I want to teach them more news. Oh, we do have some breaking news. Not Jets related, though. The Buccaneers offensive coordinator Liam Cohen will remain in Tampa Bay and no longer be in the mix for the Jaguars head coaching job. You know what that means? Robert Saleh is going to Jacksonville. That's crazy. So NFL news, Liam Cohen, offensive coordinator of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is staying put in Tampa. Does that mean Saleh is going to get the job in Jacksonville? That is definitely something that we can look after. Very interesting stuff there. Liam Cohen was a front runner for that job, but not the case anymore. Staying put. Wild to see that Saleh actually get an opportunity to be a head coach again this early. I thought it was going to take, I don't even know he's going to be head coach at all again, let alone right away. Wild stuff. No official update on the Jets and Aaron Glenn front of things. But the fact that Liam Cohen is out of the race is interesting. That is very interesting. So, let's see the latest news. A few Jets assistants are landing jobs elsewhere. Tony Dews went to New England. Marquand Manuel went to the Giants. Have heard there's interest in potentially bringing back Tony Oden and Aaron Whitecotton on the Jets staff. I would love that, bro. Especially Tony Oden. Keep Tony Oden as a defensive backs coach. That's one of the best positional coaches that the Jets have had. He is responsible for developing Sauce, developing DJ Reed into the system, Brennan Eccles. It feels like all the corners that played for the Jets under that regime. I'm very into keeping that. And Whitecotton, as a defensive line coach, I'd definitely be behind keeping as well. But yeah, Oden coaching Houston and New Orleans when Aaron Glenn played there. So that's interesting. So there is a tie between Aaron Glenn and Oden. Keep Tony Oden. Keep Tony Oden. I think if there was one positional coach I want the Jets to keep, I would definitely say Tony Oden. So that's good news. That's good news. Funny thing about the Jaguars is our Jaguars creator for Roundtable Sports of the AFC South Roundtable. He wants nothing to do with Robert Saleh. Look at him. I hate Shad Khan. I hate Trent. Let's check my boy UCF Jaguar. Look, Robert Saleh is currently the betting favorite to land in Jacksonville. Lord help me. Oh, it's hilarious. Guys, look, Robert Saleh is the betting favorite to land in Jacksonville, according to BetUS Sportsbook. Liam Cohen was the second betting favorite, and now he's out of the race. So I think it's clearly going to be Saleh. Look, I responded laughing, and he told me to shut up. Come on, man. It's hilarious. Shout out to BetUS, man. Get your 150% bonus on your first deposit. Go check out BetUS because Saleh is the favorite to land in Jacksonville. What a world. I laughed at him. Told me to shut up. Come on, Dalton. You tell me to shut up for? I'm just kidding, man. Much love to you, Dalton. And I told him as well, if you guys hire Saleh, I'd more than welcome to be a guest on your channel to break down Robert Saleh for you, to tell you what exactly you're getting from Coach. All gas, no break. Oh, I'm happy that mantra's gone. But hey, it is what it is. All right, let's get into some more callers. We got JT up next. JT, you there, brother? JT, I know you're there. Come on, JT. Going once. Going twice. He ain't there. JT's not there. Knicks won yesterday. Yes, they did. I went live this morning on Knicks Media to break down that game. If you guys want to check me out on Knicks Media, would appreciate the love over there on that YouTube channel. Really trying to get more activity on that specific channel. So make sure you guys go check me out over there, man. Knicks Media, building something special. We went live this morning on that channel, as you see here. We talked about the Knicks and the Nets recap. This was literally this morning. So if you guys are any Knicks fans, NBA fans, definitely go check me out over there on Knicks Media. Would appreciate the love on that channel. just like you guys show love here. Go subscribe over to Knicks Media, man. Much love to you guys. All right, let's get into the next caller. We got Julio in the house. What's up, Julio?
What up, Rich? I
you
wanted to
doing,
answer
brother?
that question. No, I'm doing good with the snow weather and everything. I'm doing good.
Nice.
Hey,
What
so,
question?
Rich, I wanted to talk to you about when you say who I want in the Super Bowl.
Okay.
And
Who you want?
I want Kansas City to go because, I don't like Buffalo. And I want the Commanders to go.
Oh, yeah.
Then we can see the first rookie quarterback, right? To take a team to the Super Bowl who started from the beginning.
I'd be down.
And beat
So
them.
you want them to win?
Yeah, I want the
Washington?
Commanders to win and beat Kansas City. So we can have our first rookie quarterback to ever win the Super Bowl. As a starter. And stop that three-peat. But I'm taking Kansas City over Buffalo because I don't like Buffalo. I can't bet on my division.
I don't want no Bills in the Super Bowl. Even though I will say it'll be good for a round table, but I still don't want it. I don't care.
And if they do go, they're just going to lose their 5th Super Bowl.
Yeah, that's another thing that you got to keep in mind as well.
I love the Aaron Glenn thing. Like I say, I'm an old school guy. I grew up watching Aaron Glenn and Victor Green. So, of course, I want to see this happen today, sometime today, before 6 o'clock. And, whoever we get as a defensive coordinator, whoever we get our offensive, I like Mark Brunell. Let's see if we can bring him in. I think he should be the favorite. And let's go from there. I think they did this the same way Herman Edwards. I don't know if you was around when Herman Edwards was getting hired. People didn't want Herman Edwards because he was a beginner. He came from Philadelphia. But he had some great years with us.
I agree. And I'm sorry to cut you off, Julio, but we do have some news. All right.
What's up?
All right. So I got to get to this, Julio. I appreciate you, brother. All right. I appreciate the call. My guy. Look at this, folks. Look at this. We have some news. We finally got some news. According to Josina Anderson, breaking. I'm told that the Lions defensive coordinator, Aaron Glenn, has made it known he's planning to take the Jets coaching job as early as yesterday. Per multiple league sources, this is the expectation still, bearing a major setback or flub. So it's still not official, but this is interesting stuff. This is telling me that Aaron Glenn is deciding to take the job. Now, this isn't really new news. We kind of already knew this, but Josina Anderson is plugged in. This is some big time update. What are we thinking, folks? Come on, Josina, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Finally, some news. I think the reason why we haven't gotten an official word is just like he hasn't signed a contract. That's the thing. But this is some news, man. This is some news. I tweeted it already as well. Aaron Glenn has made it known he's planning to take the Jets job, according to Josina Anderson. Let's finalize it already. I also noticed that this graphic, you guys have probably seen this graphic everywhere. A lot of people using my graphic. Shout out to Boy Green, because when Boy Green uses my graphic, he credits me. Just saying. I appreciate the creds when you use the graphic with the Jets Media watermark. I also noticed some people crop out my watermark. I'm just saying. But, hey, it's all good. Fair game. Yeah, a lot of people using my graphic. Shout out to Paul, Boy Green, because every time he posts the graphic, he gives the credit where the graphic came from. Others don't do so. Just saying. I'll let that live, though. Not a big deal. So, this is some good big news, man. Will it finish bearing a major setback or flub? I'm hoping that there is no setback or flub. What's your guys' thoughts of it? What's your guys' thoughts? Will it happen? Will it happen? Now we're just waiting for the official word, man. We really, really are. So, man, is it actually going to happen today or what? It's going to be official when I'm not available. It is. And guess what? I'll even spoil it. I'm going to show you guys something. Let me show you guys something real quick. Behind the scenes stuff. Real quick. I'll show you guys something. Watch this. I have this show. You guys can't find it on YouTube, by the way. You can't find it on YouTube. But look what show I already have scheduled. It's unlisted, so you can't find it. I've had this. Now, listen, he's not official yet. I don't want this to... He's not official yet. Don't get twisted. But the point is, I made this in preparation for when it happens. That's how confident I am that it's going to happen soon. I made this thumbnail. I made the show. You can't find it on my channel yet because it's unlisted. I'm not going to make it public until the news officially comes out. So we're going to be partying on this show when the news eventually breaks. We'll see when that happens, though. All right, we got JT back in the house.
Yo,
What's
Richie,
up, bro?
thank you. What up, man? Sorry, I got a work call actually, so I had to mute and all that good stuff.
Don't worry, brother. I assume that was the reason. All good.
Yeah, thank you. But I see you're prepared for the hiring. Hopefully,
If
it
I'm
happens
home.
soon. If you're home, yeah, true. At this point, it can happen anytime. But I just want to be the voice of positivity and just have people embrace Aaron Glenn if he is the coach. There's a lot of negativity going around, and people saying they're not going to watch the Jets and not going to follow and all that crap. I think that you're a Jets fan, you should just embrace him with open arms, no matter who it is. We can't make the decision ourselves, so let's just embrace what happens as Jets fans and accept it, you know? It's kind of my point of view on this whole thing.
I agree. And like, even if you don't want Aaron Glenn and he gets hired, if you're a Jets fan, welcome him in with open arms. I mean, I agree with what you're saying, man. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of people rooting for his downfall within our own fan base, which is sad, but this is the reality of it.
And my thing is, like, a head coach has to start somewhere. They got to get their first head coaching opportunity somewhere. How do we know what Aaron Glenn is? We don't know what he is. You know what I mean? So, like, do you think Andy Reid just, you know what I mean? He had to get his first head coach and try. Bill Belichick had to get his first head coach. You have to get your first head coaching try to know if you're worth any more head coaching opportunities. You know what I mean? We don't know what he is as a head coach, and I'm excited to see whatever we do, man.
I agree, man. I appreciate the call. Appreciate all the support, brother. Enjoy the rest of your work day, my friend. Hopefully we get the news later today.
Right? You have a go, Richie. Thank you.
You too, my brother. JT! Appreciate you, bro. JT is the man of positivity. Speaking my language. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. This has been a long, drawn-out process, man. Let's be honest. Long, drawn-out process. We need this to happen already, bro. Let's finalize it already. Come on, bro. Come on. Showing a little tease, man. Come on, man. Aaron Glenn has made it known he's planning to take the Jets job, according to Josina Anderson. SW Lions fan says, I'm a Lions fan, but the Jets will be my second team if AG gets this job. He did more with less than any DC in the league. Another Lions fan. As a Lions fan, I'm glad he's a New York Jet. Glenn's defense has been poor for 3 years in Detroit. Oh, look at that. Lions fan excited from the league. Right. Right. Sure. Now we just got to wait, bro. There's so many people trying to get the news out. Like, I don't know if I'm ready to celebrate yet. I'm waiting for it to be finalized, personally, before I start saying it's official. I'm not going to say it's official until I see pen to paper, because another part of this tweet at the end of it says the expectation is still bearing a major setback or flub. So you never know. There could be a major setback, but I'm not going to say that there will be. All right. All right, let's get into another caller. The number one grinder. What's up, bro?
What's going on with you, brother?
How you doing, man?
I'm fine. as a longtime Jet fan, I'm excited and optimistic. And I'm saying the ones who say negative things about Aaron Glenn. He to me, as a candidate, he gonna get the job. We know that. He's qualified. He moved up the ladder and he had learned from the best. And I would say other Jet fans that had doubt of Aaron Glenn, you shouldn't. And I think that he's a former player, Pro Bowl. And we need somebody to change the culture. And that's what some of the Jet fans fail to understand. That we need somebody to change the culture that's gonna bleed JETS Jets.
I agree.
I own. So the ones that really talk against Aaron Glenn, take a step back, relax, and let's enjoy our own for once. Because in the past, there hasn't been mixed and everything. So my thing is, let's it's going to happen. Let's get let's show some support. Our own is coming back home.
I agree. I appreciate the call, the number one grinder. We'll see if it officially gets official later today. Much appreciated to you, the number one grinder, for the caller. Always love your calls, my friend. Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of it's a matter of when, not if. Did I say that right? I don't know if I did, but I did. So we shall see. Folks, I need to eat breakfast. I'm going to be straight up with you guys. I did not eat breakfast. I've been drinking a lot of coffee and water this morning, and I'm starving. So I'm going to have to wrap up the show here, and we'll see if the Jets hire him in the next hour or so, or later today, or who knows when. But the consensus around the league is that he will be getting the job. The matter is when, right? So I'm going to go make myself some eggs. All right. So I got to get my breakfast in. It's already too late for that. Much love to everybody tuning in, man. This is Jets Media on YouTube, on X, on Instagram. Appreciate everybody that's been tuning into the show. We shall see if the Jets figure out a way to bring him in and finalize the contract already, man. It's way overdue. Just bring him in already. Bring him in. I'm sick of waiting. Finalize it. Feels like it is. Also, I will be MIA from like 12 o'clock to like 1:45. So definitely expect the news to break then. Yeah, I'm not going to be available to do anything on my phone or anything online in that pocket of time. So if the Jets hire him at that time, that's just typical. So with that being said, shout out to BetUS for sponsoring the show. As always, much love to them. Make sure you guys take advantage of their 150% bonus when you sign up today, folks. There's a lot of interesting bets over there that you can take advantage of for the Super Bowl. All right, Super Bowl bets is out. You can pick who's going to win the whole thing and all the fun stuff right there on BetUS, the number one online sportsbook. 150% bonus on your first deposit. All right, I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day, folks. Smash the like button for your boy Richie. Thank you, Omar. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Love you all. Your boy's out.